Hello. All right. Yeah. Okay. That sounds better. Okay. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Um, Let me see if I can double check. Yeah. Okay. That should be working. Hey, what's up, AJ? What's going on, man? Hopped in first one in tonight. Let's just make a post here. Let everybody know that we're live. Um, so we did put in some work this weekend. We got our first prototype done, and I'm pretty happy with it. Surprisingly, I'm pretty happy with it. It actually came out better than I expected, I guess, in some regards, which is amazing. No, video is gonna work. Just bear with me. I am behind right now. Let me just post on socials that I'm live, and let me think about what do I even want to pull up on screen. I don't even know what I'm gonna share tonight. I don't even know what I'm gonna work on yet. But I'm gonna work on something, I guess. Alright. So we posted that there. Let's go on Facebook. Never know, right? Just gotta post. Get your views up. Get your views up. Alright. Let's see here. Let me see. No, I'm not trying to sing. I think the young kids call it stimming. I don't know. Just going off on a tangent here. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. What did we end up working with last night? I think we went to bed at like midnight yesterday, but we successfully started the printer. Okay. That looks like that went live instantly. So, we started printing this guy right here. So, pretty cool. It is very small, so we had limited detail, but let me grab one and see if I can show it off on camera. Give me one quick second here. Yo, scan up, Shane. So, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I may take a photo later this week. I don't know, but we got our little guys here. So, that's our little guy. So it's just like that I ended up printing 32 millimeter scale, which is about the correct size. Let's see here. If I got like this guy and I got this guy, I think I could have made him maybe a little bit taller. He's about that height. I think I could have gone maybe to 40. Maybe next time we'll go to 40. Uh, but 32 millimeter should have been about 6 feet tall in this scale. That's how big he is. He's 6 feet tall at 32 millimeter scale. A little bit too small, but honestly, I kind of like it. You know, especially like as like a freebie giveaway. Um, I probably could have done it. Uh, yeah, I probably could have gone to 40 millimeters from 32 to 40, but uh, maybe as we go down the production pipeline and we finalize what size the game characters will be, we'll make that decision. But for what it is right now, the purpose is communicating with other people. Uh, yeah, man, he looks tough, man. I don't know if he wants to blast you or give you a hug. You know, little sus. Belongs in the army. I don't know. What kind of blasting, I guess. All right, so we got our early prototype, like our MVP, right? And then Shane came to me and said, "Could you print a big one? You know, a big one to put on the table." Um, can I print a big one? It's a great question. Can I print a big one? I don't know. I don't know if I can print a big one, but I think it would look cool on the table, you know? If we had something on the table, you know? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Hmm. It was like, what if we brought the actual blaster? like a prop. I don't know. I mean, this was definitely a cool sculpt, and then like my mind went just off, and I was like, "Yo, what if we started doing different themes?" I'm at work, and I was like, "Dude, what if we made this guy like different types of army factions? Like, what if he was like a British soldier?" You know, like the 1800s, like red coat. I don't know. All kinds of cool shit was running through my head. Yeah, yeah. Steady cook as we keep building on this, the lore and everything. I kind of been sculpting hardcore for like the last couple weeks. This is like the 24th stream, so I need cheese spread for my crackers. I agree, man. I mean, you definitely need a cheese spread. But I don't know if I want to work on this tonight. And if I'm not going to work on this, what are we going to work on? Hmm. I'm going to close this file and open up a new document. Let me see if this is picked up yet. All right, cool. It did. All right. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I'm like, should I make something for the table? Or should I, like something to bring with me to have on the table? Should I make something? Hmm. Oh, I'll tell you this much. Did I show you guys the poker chips that I made that I'm giving away? Um, the poker chips, I was washing them before the stream. Um, I have like close to 75 Layer Forge Studio poker chips made that I'm giving out at Rare Evo. However, I think I'm also going to make a care package for some of our beloved community members, and so everything that I'm giving out at Rare Evo, we will probably create a little package and send out to everybody that couldn't make it, just appreciation. Part of what I was talking about, like, on the stream, I guess. Just trying to make sure that like we get more stuff in the hands of people. Um, hmm. I really don't know what I want to make tonight. I'm kind of just like oofed out, tired from sculpting, but doesn't mean I don't want to make something. Um, One thing that kind of, I was like, man, what if I made like a keychain? Would that be cool? Mm, would it be cool if I made a keychain? Do I even have time to make a keychain? I don't know. What would a Layer Forge Studio keychain even look like? I don't know. Yes, I am doing stuff in the background and you can't see it. I'm just trying. I'm in Illustrator right now, just kind of thinking a little bit, trying to see if I can think of something clever. I just drank my coffee, so I definitely got the energy. It's just a matter of figuring out what do I want to do. Can you make a layer forge hammer? Can I make a layer forge hammer? That's kind of cool. I kind of like that idea. I think we could do something like that. It would be a fun. What kind of hammer? Well, we need like a blacksmith hammer, right? So, what kind of blacksmith hammer do we want to make? Like the hex head with, I think like the hex head that goes to the square body to the pointy back. Hmm. Could probably do something like that. Hmm. You want to make a hammer, huh? Interesting. He wants me to make a hammer. Hmm. I'm trying to look for some inspiration here. I was like, if I was gonna make a hammer. Okay. Well, well. If I was gonna make a hammer, slap on the forge counter, a hammer keychain, or a keychain hammer, looking exceptionally good, type bet. I don't know what the hell you're asking for, Sky J guy. Skylar. Fucking Skylar, me. Yo, here asking for this sus shit, bruh. Alright, let's see here. What if this had 6 sides? Is that what we want? Is it 6-sided? Let me see here. We got a hammer. But is it? It's technically one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 sides. See, gotta double check here, man. I almost could have messed up. No, I think it's like it's not 10, and I'll tell you what it is. It's like that. And these, I know what we should do here. I disagree with how we did this. We should have a regular rectangle, and then we should bevel the edges just ever so slightly. Um, See if we can collect the edge, 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 edgy. Okay, and we'll make it like 0.25, maybe 0.3. Why not? Let's just go with a 0.4. Nah, 0.375. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right, so if this is okay, so if this is our hammer, whoa. The question becomes, okay, it's gonna transition. Ooh, transition. Tell me more. Let's see here. Let's kind of do something like this. Nope, nope. And then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get rid of these faces. Alright. Actually, let's make this a separate thing. And let's get rid of this. And let's go to vertice. Can we make a hammer? And do the Forge Rewards logo on it? You know what's funny? I do have a file on my other computer with a whole bunch of weapons that I did many years ago. I wanted to make my own video game once, so I was making a whole bunch of medieval swords and hammers and pikes and every kind of medieval weapon you could possibly imagine. But it's been a long time, you know. I'm a much better sculptor now, so I'm not sure if I really want to even look at it. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Yeah, I don't want to look at it. Alright, let's see if we can transition to the trans, to the ishin. Alright, let's see here. Merge by distance. Alright. Hmm. Let's duplicate this, hit P, and let's kind of start this backside. Ooh, the backside. Okay. 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 And then I believe how would that look for the head of the hammer? Okay. The head of the hammer lassie. Okay. Alright. So now I kinda want to abandon this. Huh. Are we allowed to bring plastic hammers with us on a plane? You guys are gonna get me in trouble, man. He's like, sir, you have a plastic hammer in your bag. I'm like, yeah. I mean, isn't that kind of normal when you go on a wild trip? You always bring a hammer with you? Never know when you might have to hammer something out. Ha cha 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 cha. Never know when you might have to hammer something out. All right. Now, something interesting. Can I... Ooh, now that I got rid of that, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Hmm. Maybe I can still work with this. Hmm. I think there should be a slight amount of... Just ever so slight amount of pinch there. And... Oh, no, 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 no. Hmm. Nope, not good. We got some issues here. Could have seen that from a mile away. I don't know. I don't know. What are we gonna do here, guys? What are we gonna do here? I guess what I really wanted is like a nice transition in here. I don't know if it's gonna be possible. That's kind of what I wanted, but not coming out this way. So, I wonder if the solution is to come closer. Come closer, darling. Come closer so I can see you better with my old eyes. Uh, yeah, that kind of looks good, right? All right. All right, Lassie. Look like you actually know what you're doing. Looks like you've been around town once or twice. Alright, so that's kind of an issue here, and how do we solve that? So, what I'm thinking is, let's do this and separate one problem from the other. And let's see. However, we're gonna have an issue with the transition, I guess. If what I wanted to do was that, how is that gonna transition to this? That would be an issue, would it not? What if it was only here? Would that be weird? To kind of avoid... not terrible, but that's still an issue. Well, what does the chat say? What does the chat say? Regular rectangle. What? Regular rectangle can't have beveled edges, or it isn't a rectangular. Is 6 sides a hexagon? If you are a hammer, I'm a big, big rock. Okay, we got that. Alright. Not sure I understood where you're going with this, but he is a big, big rock. Let's see if I can go further back. Alright, let's see if I bring these back together and I merge. Okay, can I use the bevel from inside this menu option? We're still gonna have a little bit of an issue there. The only other option I see is to, I mean, maybe we just leave it sharp and just cheat, you know? Cheating's fun. So now we have something important we have to do here. If we have the hammer in there, then it means that we have to put the Forge Rewards logo on there. So in order to do that, I have the Forge Rewards in Illustrator. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just bring it into its own separate document, and I'm going to export it as a, we'll do SVG. Listen, guys, listen. Don't hate on me right now, okay? I hate to break it to you. This may not be a keychain. I'm sorry. I had to break the bad news to you guys. This may not actually be a keychain. I'm sorry. It's just the way the world is. It's not fair. Alright, so let's see here. Let's bring in an SVG file. Actually, where's our, let's see here, what do we got here? Let's convert to mesh, convert to, oh, mesh, okay. Good enough for what we need here. Let's convert that to a mesh. And we'll do the same for everything else. Just make sure it actually worked. Okay. Oh, no, I definitely clicked something else. No! Convert to mesh. Okay. Convert to mesh. Okay. Convert to mesh. I wonder if I can do it to multiple things at the same time. Oh, look at that. Okay. Take all that. Control J. Alright. Control Alt H. Okay. So what I was thinking was like this would be on the side of the hammer. Like that. To some capacity. That's what I was kind of thinking. Now, I think that's balanced a little bit better. I'm gonna use a little trick here. I'm gonna scale this to the full size just to cheat and find the center of this thing, which is about there, and then we'll scale it down. Boom. And then we got our Forge Rewards hammer. The hammer of Forge Reward. You know what? Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I was like, wait, this would probably be better if it was like engraved into the hammer, right? But how much? How much? I think that's enough. Just engrave it like yay much into the hammer. So now if we were to create this boolean and we were to select this and hide that and intersection, no, union, no, I want like the difference. Float, there we go. So now we got that cut out of the side. That's pretty cool. Alright. Should it be on both? Both sides is kind of gonna be difficult. I'll be honest. Both sides, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably print it flat. Actually, I don't know how I'm gonna print it. I lied to you guys. Sorry. I wonder if I should print it two colors, gray and black, and that'll stick out like a motherfucker. If I printed it like that, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided yet. Alright, so now we need a stick. You know, all great hammers start with a stick. Right? Am I correct in saying so? Starts with a hickory stick. Alright, let's try to center that. Okay. And on these hickory sticks, um, I think they need like, they kind of need to be like that, maybe? Alright. Okay. Hmm. And then all good sticks need to be very smooth. If I know anything about sticks, I know they need to be smooth. Which means what we'll do here is we'll do one side at a time, I guess. Oh, That's what happened here. Interesting. Alright, so let's try this side and this side. Scale about 0.1. How about 1.1? We'll scale 1.1. Whoa. Seems kind of... Let's see here. It's kind of a hammer, I think. I don't know how we'd print it. Sir, are you trying to go to Vegas with a hammer in your fucking luggage? Kind of feel like the needs to be bigger, maybe? Cheaper? Hmm. If this was 2 pieces, like that, that was another piece, like that, okay. Then we could attach these two together. And we could actually make something work. How funny would it be if I got some wood grain PLA and printed the 2 pieces there? Hmm. And then, in theory, hmm. Now, the question would be, what if we actually did want to make this a keychain? How would we do it? Would the keyring be down here? Is that what we would do? And how? We would have to like print this. The only way I can think of doing this in a way that would even be feasible with the amount of time we have left is to, oh, unless I 3D printed it in the resin printer. If I 3D printed it in the resin printer, then we would be cooking. Ooh, hmm. If I printed this in the resin printer. Should I put the keyhole through this part or through the actual wooden mallet? Now that you got my brain thinking, if we printed this out of resin, this may or may have not been a complete fun session. Nothing serious got done today, but that's okay, because I was like washing. Ah, shit. Oh, freak. We got some issue with this. Let's see if that's a huge problem or not. How could we make this a keychain? Through this part would be cool, because then like you could pretend it was like a real hammer and tap on things. So let's see if you can take a cylinder. Yeah. I don't know how big this would have to be in order for that hole to be large enough to put a key ring through. I don't know. Hmm. Get rid of that modifier. I actually kind of ironically like it. Low poly like this. Can we fix this? What is going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a tough one to try to fix. Does nothing interesting. I mean, I guess we could make it. I could sculpt it. I don't know. All I know is we made a hammer. Why? Why did we make a hammer? I don't know. I couldn't even tell you why the hell we decided that making a hammer was a good idea. I can't even undo the whole. It's too many undos ago. I can't even undo the hole I made. Damn it. Maybe we can. Maybe. Well, folks, we made a hammer. I don't even know why. We'll save it, just in case we want to come back to this in the future and try to understand why we decided to make a hammer. This is the Forge Rewards Hammer. I'm like, what if, I don't know if, I just don't know if it's like legal to bring a hammer on a plane. I really don't want to like try it out. So what is else? What is anybody still kicking around? What is everybody else up to? Huh? Anybody else doing anything extraordinary on this Monday? You know what I was thinking of? And I think this is just kind of like a trying to justify whether I would ever want to buy one of those um, meta glasses. I was like, if I was at the workstation, I could like live stream. You know, I was like, like yeah, that's a good business expense. I could live stream without having to touch my phone or anything, and you guys could see me washing and sanding and painting parts better. Uh, I don't think I've decided that was okay yet, but I think I will be most certainly live streaming painting the Pharaoh figures next month. When I come back for Rare Evo, it's like all of August is just gonna be Pharaoh. All of it until it's done. Ship that stuff out. I wonder. I wonder how would it, I could technically still print this. Hmm. I wonder, like little hammers. That might be funny. Mini hammers. Hmm. I'm gonna export this and we're and I'm gonna open up my slicer software for the resin printer. I'm just kind of curious now what kind of shenanigans we could get ourselves in printing mini hammers. Have I been showing nothing this whole time? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, it just turned off. Let's see here. Let me open up another piece of software here. Shit, it hit me with an update. I gotta update it. God damn it. Well, so if that's gonna update, then yeah, we're not doing that. Are you printing the mini dudes? Yes, I am. I am printing the mini dudes. I got like 40 of them done so far. Hopefully I'll have 80 by the time I get home tomorrow, and then by Wednesday we should have everything printed. And then I'm gonna bag everything up. The only thing that I'm missing right now is I have to ship the backdrop to Vegas, now that I think of it. And I need to figure out the most cost-effective way to ship something very heavy and very big. Well, it's like 23 pounds, so it's not like super heavy, but for shipping, it gets a little pricey. Let's see here. I'm trying to log into my USPS account, United States Post Office, and what I think I'm gonna try to do, um, what I'm gonna try to do is take a look at how much it would cost to ship this. Oh, I got an email from Blockfrost. That was it. That's interesting. Um, I want to see how much it would cost to ship this thing to Vegas, to Vegas via USPS. I'm gonna ship it to myself, like under my name, but I'm shipping it to an Airbnb just to see what would the price be of shipping this to the Airbnb that the Dong crew is gonna be at. Um, what does he got here? It's gotta be better than I was looking at USPS. Almost took a shit in my pants. Just like over $150. I was like, what? What? What are you, crazy? 23 pounds, 33 by 15 by 11. Get rates. 5 days, $124, $124.96, and it'll get there by the 27th, which would be perfect. So we could do that. That's the best price I've seen so far. Yeah, 124.96, and it'll be there by the 27th. I think that's the best deal. 155 total. Why is it more? Non-standard length fee, non-standard cubic feet. Add to cart. So if I shipped it tomorrow, it'd be there Monday for $155. And then I'd have to. I think it might be cheaper for me to bring this on the plane with me. That's how fucked that is. That's. I'm gonna call JetBlue. I'm gonna try to call. I'm gonna get off the stream and I'm gonna try to call JetBlue, or find out if it's cheaper to bring it on the plane with me, because this is $155. And I think if let me see here, JetBlue, carry-on, no, what's it called? Check-in costs. So depending on your bag, comes with a fee, range from $39 to $119 depending on your route. When you pay, it says here, second bag is $70. So $70 is cheaper than 150. Yeah, I think it'll be cheaper. Let's see. I don't see any way that this will cost more than $70 to bring with me on the plane. Which means it'll be cheaper to bring with me on the plane. It says more than 24 hours before. That's transatlantic within the US, Latin America, Caribbean, and Canada. More than 20 within. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be $70 for me to bring it with me on the plane. Which looks like that is the best option. So, hey, it looks like we got a good amount of concurrent viewers tonight. We just hit about our hour mark. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Shout out to AJ, Skylar, Shenanigans, whoever else may have been lurking in the background. Please, please, please subscribe. It's very important. It makes me feel warm inside. We're currently at 43 subscribers, and yeah, our goal was to hit 50 subscribers, and we're really close to doing that. And I think what it is when I get to Rare Evo and people are like, "Oh man, are those for free?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you just gotta follow all of my socials, primarily YouTube." So we'll be able to leverage some more people, hopefully. Um, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. And that's all I got for you. All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.